Hey everybody, it's time for
Coffee
Talk with Ash C and Britt B. Thanks to EFB, we get to spill the tea again on a special long segment. Now we get to do our own thing.
I know,
which is very, very cool.
and it's just going to keep getting better and better. I ran into Christian and Tempest at the Chris Kindle Market.
Yeah.
And we are working on a nice little commercial for them.
Perfect.
And we might even introduce some of our own original music.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Pun intended.
Yeah.
But I believe they just had an anniversary as well.
Yes.
So happy late anniversary. Thank you
Yes.
for always, supporting our tea, our coffee talk.
Our shenanigans.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Of course, EFB, if you don't know, Electric Fountain Brewing here in Quincy. They also have a roastery in Palmyra. They have a mobile cart, which
Yeah.
I think would be so fun for your holiday parties. If they're not already booked up, make sure you get a hold of them. That would be something really, really cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then they, of course, holiday drinks. Who doesn't want?
Try, if it's ever available, the vanilla lavender. I think they're bringing that back.
We had
Yeah, we had the mocha,
Matcha.
something
Wasn't
like
it?
that.
It was like a lavender matcha. It was so good.
So this is, like the little shot that we got out at the roastery.
Ooh, so good.
A little bit makes you just go. So I
It
like
definitely it gets you going.
So let's go.
It's electric. It's electric. Yeah, let's go. Let's talk about keeping our spark, right?
Yeah.
So we just had my incredible Mutta on, Club Muddy. And if you haven't watched it, please do. I don't like to brag, but I think it was really good.
You should brag.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got stopped at the Chris Kindle Market by multiple people that were like, "Oh, girl, that was good."
Yeah.
And some of the ones that were like shocked too that, your mom admitted to slashing some tires.
Hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. We do not condone, again.
No, but it was just a good, that was a nice breather in all the emotion because it was very emotional and
it's kind of raw. I think sometimes you got to get real. Mm-hmm. And I think she knows that a lot of people, when I first talked to her, when I first approached her about being a guest, because like I said, I feel like it was long overdue. Mm-hmm. She was concerned that it wasn't going to be interesting. And I was thinking, my God, you've lived so many different lives in one short span.
Yeah.
That it can't help but be interesting. I also know that she is very forthcoming. She's very genuine. She doesn't really get embarrassed like we talked about. She just is there.
Which shows where you get it from.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think you do either.
I haven't in a long time.
When we first started this, it was always you telling me to just let go. And
yeah.
It took forever. I'm still not completely let go because I feel like if I do, I'll, get canceled or cancel this whole
things will just unravel.
This whole thing.
Hey, you know what? Let's roll the dice. Sometimes you just got to throw it out there. No, I'm kidding. I think that we've both grown together in different ways, and we balance each other out. And I think, Club Muddy, we always try to bring in the guests that can offer something, and I think hers was just, it was at the right time. I think a lot of people probably need some, I don't want to say advice, because she's not really an advice giver. She just likes to share her story, and then people can either... they can identify with it or just have it be entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm sure my dad, may not be super stoked about everything, but he's a good sport
We owe you a drink, Randy.
Yeah, we owe you a drink, and I love you. Anyway, but she did talk about something.
Yeah, so I called it, or I thought, like, when I was listening to it again, that we said Menodivorce, but it's Menodivorce.
Oh, it's Menodivorce?
Menodivorce.
Oh, okay.
Which is obviously a divorce during possibly menopause, possibly caused by menopause too, which I don't know if that was necessarily the situation.
It may have played a part in it.
When
you just get sick of the shit.
Yeah, I mean,
find your own.
A lot of it, they say, is like, the reevaluation of life goals that's part of the reason, the built up of resentment and hormonal and physical change.
Yeah.
Which brings us to today's subject in big news, big huge for women's health this week. The FDA has officially decided to lift its strongest warning label, which is the black box warning, from hormone replacement therapy.
Okay.
So I've been talking, I think, to you about hormone replacement therapy for some time because my social media is inundated with it.
Yeah.
I looked at it once and now it's like, you need
Algorithm.
hormones.
The algo is like, coming to get you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have not gone through with, talking to my doctor or ordering any of the hormone replacement therapy that's available to you online without a doctor's prescription because of that, I guess, black box warning label. And the women, that have preceded me in the past, I've asked their advice and they were like, oh, absolutely not. Totally dangerous, scares the, bejesus out of me. I would just go with the symptoms.
Yeah.
The reason being was because there was a huge study done in the early 2000s. That study, though, was with primarily women already in their 60s, maybe even after menopause. We've now, since fast forward 20 years, there's new research. I think it's hopeful, but I don't know, is it promising?
Yeah.
Does the FDA mean everything? We've seen things in the past that the FDA has approved, and I'm like, I wouldn't do that. But they have studies that, it does the obvious. It relieves symptoms.
The symptoms, yeah.
Another new thing that I read is it improves bone health.
Okay.
That's something that, I never would have guessed. Some of those dangerous warnings, though, are heart attack, stroke, cancer, and those risks are still there for people that have, breast cancer from the past, different clotting problems. Mm-hmm. So, the risks are still there, but that big black box
warning has been lifted,
yeah.
Which I think is really, so I'm like listening and things are just...
Am I selling it to you?
My brain, thoughts are just racing because so the FDA, like the government mandated research on women's bodies didn't start until like 1993. So let's just throw that out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think there's been enough research on a female's body to say one way or the other for hormone replacement therapy. I do like that we're doing more research and digging in and not just labeling things.
This label was 20 years old.
Yeah.
But like you just said,
we got to do better.
This happened fast.
Yeah.
So, and I think this happened fast because of what I was just saying, the marketing behind it.
Like, there's marketing. It's a long-term, let me put my hat on.
Yeah.
Income stream for these companies. Absolutely. That are probably realizing that we can get these women in here and give them the miracle symptom reliever, which I am all for. Like my mom talked about on the podcast.
But it's probably forever once
you're
on
struggling and there's something to help you with the symptoms and help your struggle, by all means, you should take advantage. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm also very cautious when it comes to pharmaceuticals, anything that is like a synthetic. So I know that these bio-naturals are supposed to closely resemble your hormones, but I'm very cautious about something that we put in our body to mimic something if it's going to potentially have side effects, such as the cancer and stuff, which I know there's more research being done. So as far as HRT, do I think it can be a fantastic thing if we really are studying these women's bodies and doing it properly and rolling it out in a way that is better than most pharmaceuticals? I think it is. I think it holds the power to be something incredible for women that we've earned.
Yeah.
Right?
But it's happening, like you said, so fast.
Very quick.
And the FDA swears it's not because of marketing, but we've also, like your face as I'm saying this.
I mean, it's kind of one of those things. I feel like it's fool me once, shame on me, or fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, because it's, and I don't want to bring the COVID thing back up, but it's like,
that's what I was thinking.
And
every
so
time
it's
I
like,
saw your face.
You can't cure this, but you can cure this. You can't make sure that no child goes hungry, but you think you can fix the climate. Like anything that the government gets involved in and mandates, it just seems like it gets mucked up. Mm-hmm. And hormone replacement therapy is something that all women want, so we want to rush to stand behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And we do know that we deserve this microscope, if you will, on our health and our bodies and how to feel better. I just don't know that we can say that it's ready. But I would like to see the team in charge of it, and if it's a bunch of women, and how long they've been studying it, and what different components they're looking at. And I know you mentioned time because they said one of the factors is, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, if you start HRT before menopause, then it's supposed to be better for your body. Yes. You'll lessen the side effects.
So basically they're saying that, the sooner the better, which, like what you said, marketing, and it's kind of like the magic weight loss too. Like once you stop or once you start, I don't think you can stop. Like it's gonna, I think those symptoms might come back full force. Something that I thought of though, like this is the same government though that's giving hormone replacement therapy to people that want gender identity.
Yeah, I was going to say it goes both ways. So hormone replacement therapy can be estrogen, can be testosterone. It can go either way. Yeah. I don't know that it's...
For some people in perimenopause, though, it's kind of like you get tested and you do a little bit of both. It just shocks me, though, that so all these warning labels were on this, yet we're pushing this to help people with gender identity.
Right.
I mean, I'm guessing those warning labels were still there, but we're literally paying for it in some cases.
Yeah.
Depending on the health care. It's just interesting.
It seems like, and I'm going to say it, and it's not just women, it's all people. I think we just deserve better. And I'm, as far as HRT, why can't we feel good? If we can fix everything else, and by we, I mean the government, we have our hands in everything. Well, by God, help us feel good without just getting a paycheck and ignoring side effects and stuff like that. I feel like with all the technology, I mean, you remember Back to the Future? There should be flying cars and hoverboards, and
there are hoverboards.
Yeah, but good ones.
And there are cars that drive themselves.
Catch on fire. I would say we should be farther along, both in technology and medical advancements, and I know there have been crazy ones.
In one of those cars that drive themselves?
What are they called?
Like the Teslas?
Yeah, it's called something, I forget, it starts in M, I believe, but, or a Wawa, I don't know, that's a gas station.
Have you been in one?
No, have you?
No, but my friends just recently did. They live in Arizona, and they're like, oh, it was fine because we didn't have to go, on the highway with it. I'm like,
I get the creeps.
I don't know. And they're sitting in the back seat, and there's nobody in the driver's seat.
Yeah, what happens if, so I did hear this story, and I don't know if it's true, but it was on one of the podcasts I was listening to, that they put their child in the seat, got out, shut the door to grab something from the thing, and the car left.
No.
Yeah, with their child.
No.
How do you stop them? Stop. They don't.
I would have threw a rock at it.
Yeah, but see, that's what I mean, advancements. And this, don't, and again, I'm not sure if that's true, but why are you going to roll something out if you don't know all of the, possibilities? I think, and obviously you can't fine tooth comb everything, but if you're going to give me something that's going to give me cancer, and I know they do it every day.
Did you just give me a cold?
I probably. No, I got another one coming though. Hang on. It's probably that pharmaceutical I'm taking. No, I'm kidding. But if it just seems like we could do better with all the money that we're pouring into all these foundations and the FDA and the things and electric cars. And can we not make sure it's not going to drive off with my baby before we roll it out to the general public? Or can we make sure that it's not going to cause me cancer before I take it to relieve my hot flash?
Yeah.
And I'm not simplifying menopause to a hot flash because I know that there are so, the side effects for menopause can be earth-shattering.
Yeah, right now, I was actually looking into it, and the reason why my whole thing was going through was because I was thinking of it more on the instances of mood.
Yeah.
Not just libido, but mood swings.
Yeah.
Hard mood swings that are unexplainable.
I was going to be
I always tell Mela, and right now we're experiencing, our daughters are going through puberty.
Yeah.
And we're going through cougarty.
Cougarty.
Puberty.
Puberty. and the syncing up of both.
No, it hasn't really, the syncing hasn't happened.
We've
it's just been,
Lukey.
A mess. Poor Mike.
Yeah.
But, so I looked into getting some, natural
That's what
hormone.
I was going to say.
So I found a brand. It's called Better Alt. And the thing is called and I'm probably saying it wrong, She Legit.
She legit to quit. Hi.
The reason why it's called She Legit is because there's an ingredient actually called, and maybe I'm saying this wrong, She Legit. It's a thick resin-like material that actually comes from rocks and minerals.
Okay.
So, it's also promising but preliminary because you could probably get metal poisoning. I don't know.
I mean, catch me licking a rock before I take a...
I tried this thing. They market them as like little honey sticks.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, oh, girl, you better be married. You better be married if you're going to be taking these.
Because your libido?
I guess. But, I mean, for me, it's just energy, is what I maybe am feeling, or placebo. Because it's just, She Legit.
She legit to quit. Hey.
300 milligrams. Saffron, 2 milligrams. And then...
Oh, God. Say it.
Shatavari.
Yep, I bet that's 100% right.
Which is 80 milligrams, and I think it's asparagus.
Okay. Yeah.
Shatavari.
That sounds like a very interesting way to say asparagus.
What happens after you have some
Right?
asparagus?
No doubt.
Shatavari,
for sure. She legit. Okay. But, so here's my thing. There are probably...
And I don't get, what is it, kickbacks for that, so...
No, and we're not saying that we're not doctors by any stretch.
No.
If you don't know that,
and it
now
definitely is not all what, it's just...
There's an option.
A little difference.
There's an option.
There's got to be natural
so
ways
it's like,
to this.
Okay, I take ashwagandha and things because those are things that obviously are more natural. Obviously, you have to watch the additives in those supplements as well because they can trick you. But there are natural things, and I always go back to, and I think we tend to discount sunlight, diet, laughter, exercise, lots of water. Obviously, water may be questionable with all the shit. I mean, you can't watch everything, but I think there is something to be said for just the all-natural diet, exercise, and I don't know if that's going to help everyone's libido, but maybe emptying the dishwasher might. I'm just saying. No, I'm kidding. My husband, he's great at that kind of stuff. But all of it goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
And I know that everyone's always looking for the magic pill.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
The easy button.
That's the American culture.
It is.
It's same thing with, it's literally everything when it's like chronic things,
chronic
pain or something like that. It's like, well, if you did these uncomfortable things like exercise,
body emotion stays in motion, right, Jill?
Healthy.
Yeah.
Who's Jill?
My mom. I always say body in motion stays in motion, and she hates my guts for it because it is. So I failed to mention on the podcast what she does today. She helps out my cousin who own Celebrations. Yeah. She does a lot of hard work, and not just physical labor, but her brain is moving.
Yeah.
And I think it's necessary as you get older to keep all of that moving, or it just kind of withers away.
Yeah.
So again, it goes back to sunshine, laughter, diet, exercise, grounding. I don't know if people believe in that, but there's something to be said for getting outside, taking a deep breath, having a conversation with your neighbor, get off of your computer, stop doom and gloom, and I don't know. And then communication.
Retirement can be like an ugly, ugly thing, I feel like, for anybody, man or woman.
I think it gives people kind of the excuse to be lazy or give up when it should be chase those dreams, do those things, do the thing you always wanted to do. But and by all means, again, I'm not knocking HRT. I'm not knocking pharmaceuticals for those who are taking them. It is absolutely your right. It's the beautiful thing about living in America. You can take them. I just think that we should be a little more cautious when believing things that are being passed down to us, especially by men in government who are telling us that they have this figured out. No, you don't. If you just started looking in 1993, I can guarantee not only the change in human bodies since then, but women, we are fickle little biatches anyway. Imagine what our bodies are changing and morphing into, and especially with all the different things we're putting into our bodies, the microplastic. I mean, there's just so many factors to consider.
It also makes me wonder, I mean, I know we can look into this later, but like, what are other countries doing in regards to HRT?
Yeah, and cancer rates in other countries, considering the FDA and what people have in their foods. And I would just like to see one giant presentation of like a juxtaposition between how good we really are in those areas. Because I think we could probably stand to learn something from other places, other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think, like, moral is don't jump on a trend.
Yeah, do your homework.
Yeah.
Be a little more self-diligent, because it is your body. Yeah. And just because someone's telling you HRT is the way to go, make sure that you're not just buying into the trillions of dollars of marketing that's probably going to be thrown behind it.
Yes, and everyone says to talk to your doctor. Absolutely talk
100%.
to your doctor, but like what you just said, do your own research too. I think sometimes we rely entirely, like our health, in the palm of somebody else's hands.
Yeah, advocate for yourself.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, it can be hard to find the truth, but I think if you're doing enough homework, which again, not a lot of people want to or have time to do, but I recommend, yeah.
It's really easy to do homework nowadays.
It is.
You just get your little pal out that you named.
Yeah, your little info basket.
Yeah, that phone.
Yeah.
And I mean,
it is. It's hard to decipher what truth depending on, websites and stuff, but I think you can discern some truth from marketing, hopefully. And I mean, to each their own. Do your thing. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good conversation, I think.
I think so too.
I feel like we kind of waffle a bit, but it all goes back to it's people's decision, but our job is not to really enlighten, it's to bring the stuff to people so you can make your own decision.
Should I bring you some She Legit?
She Legit. I'd like to try that. Do you think it's really working? Do you feel a difference?
Okay, so like I don't take it every day, so maybe it's like I said, the placebo effect. So maybe it's like when I take it, I feel energized.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I don't know.
I'll take placebo.
I don't like to take stuff every day.
Yeah, because then you got to be careful about the opposite of whatever's that.
What is that?
The other one, the
Shatavari?
Yeah, you got to beware of the Shatavaris. If you take things every day, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. One thing though, I will say, I've been taking a collagen supplement that seems to help too with my skin and my hair. And again, look at the ingredients, the additives, but a lot of times you can get all natural collagen too. So.
Well, you bring me that. I'll bring you this.
She Legit.
And we'll mix it in our coffees next time.
I love it. Before we go, we like to end on Good News Brews, where we percolate on some good stuff happening in our community. And recently, there's been no shortage of it. I don't have a specific example of someone or something, but with all of the uncertainty, thank you, U.S. government, with SNAP and veterans and people receiving what's rightfully theirs. And I'm not saying that anybody deserves, the labor of someone else, but we do, being hungry shouldn't be a thing in America. And a lot of people in our community stepped up when the government didn't and wouldn't. And I'm talking Horizons Food Pantry experienced an influx of donations from individuals, corporations. Hy-Vee was offering free meals for kids and discounted meals for adults. We have people, local businesses all around town offering veterans specials to honor and recognize our veterans. It just goes back to, I think we're better when we rely on one another because we do it better. We do more and we do it better than the government can do for us. And I hope that message isn't being taken the wrong way. But I'm proud of everybody in our community for stepping up. I know the City Hall is doing something now for a food drive. There's just so many people that we really do give a damn and we show up for one another. And I think if if there's any good news brews, that's it, and let that carry us through the holidays and do good, right? Yeah, I think, that
was great.
Is that good? Okay. Well, I think on that note, get your HRT if you want it, if it suits you. Don't if you don't. We're in America, and that's one of the good things. You can make your choices, and I don't know. That's it.
And I choose
EFB. Me too. They are the best. Thank you so much, EFB. That does it for today's
Coffee Talk.